does not need anybody or anything to make him happy. He has discovered the ability to become happy by himself. We, generally speaking, find that we do not have the ability to be happy by ourselves. We need some good food, some music, something other, some company, something pleasant, something desirable. Then only we can be happy. You understand the difference? You follow the difference that I am trying to point out?
Yes.
Difference between the way we become happy and the way the wise person becomes happy, that is a fundamental difference. Fundamental difference is that we need reason to be happy. A wise person has no reason to be happy, happy without reason. When I become happy, I'm happy because I met you, that's why I'm happy. I'm happy because, I see your smiling face, therefore I'm happy. I'm happy because something nice is happening. If it's not there, I'm not happy. But a wise person does not require anything out there. He's happy with himself, by himself, without any reason. Very important difference. So our life is spent in all the time creating conditions so that we can be happy. If you observe what we are doing throughout the day is trying to create conditions or situations so that we can be happy. Feeling too warm, air conditioner. Too cold, heater. Getting bored, WhatsApp. Getting bored, Facebook. Getting bored, a friend, a movie, cup of coffee, candy. I need something to make me happy. And then, unfortunately, what makes me happy now will not make me happy later. The candy that I enjoy today, I may not enjoy tomorrow. The company that I enjoy now, I may not enjoy later. My mind is very fanciful. Its needs keep on changing. Therefore, I require different things, different situations, different circumstances to be happy. And I cannot be sure what will make me happy. Because what makes me happy today may not make me happy tomorrow. Never. My happiness is what? Uncertain, unpredictable. So therefore we are all struggling constantly to create what is unpredictable. Create happiness in terms of situations, and we don't know whether that situation will make us happy or not. So that's our life. Imagine your life that you are happy with what is. You follow? Heat, cold, honor, dishonor, success, failure, whatever, you are happy. Should I am happy? When I am honored, I am happy. Dishonored, I am unhappy. I am successful, I am happy. Unsuccessful, not happy. My happiness is conditional. Wise person is happy. No condition. Happy and successful, happy. Unsuccessful, happy. You respect him, happy. Disrespect him, happy. Because his happiness does not depend upon anything else. His happiness depends on himself. That's called wisdom. That's what Lord Krishna described to Arjuna. And you can say that this is ideally the description of the sannyasi. Lord Krishna is teaching sannyasa in Bhagavad Gita. And this is the description of a sannyasi. Who is a sannyasi? Who does not need anything. And this is the highest level of sannyasi because he does not need anything even to be happy. Therefore, even though the word sannyasa is not used specifically, but still the description of Sthita Prajna is the description of an ideal sannyasi who is a renunciate by virtue of knowledge, not by virtue of his attire, not by virtue of his lifestyle, by virtue of his knowledge, his wisdom. And that is the kind of sannyasa that Lord Krishna is teaching in the Bhagavad Gita. That's what he wants us to be. So we don't have to change our station of life if you don't want to. We need not bring about any external change if you don't want to. It's all inner transformation. And we can transform ourselves to this extent. Meaning that to be happy is not the privilege only of a Sthita Prajna, it is a privilege of every human being. That's the reason why what applies to Sthita Prajna, a wise person, also can apply to us. And therefore, this description is given by Lord Krishna to help us mold our own life. We can mold ourselves. He becomes our role model. And we can also mold ourselves. We try to emulate him. When he is confronted with painful situation, no grief. Confronted with painful, pleasant situation, no craving. He remains composed. Whatever comes and goes, he remains composed, abiding in himself. So that teaches us how we should also learn slowly to become free from the influence that the world constantly creates on us. This wise person is completely free from the influence, not with the interaction with the world. He interacts with the world, but not adversely affected by that, not influenced by that, not controlled by that. He retains his own composure regardless of what the situation is. You follow? Any question?
Maya, yeah, go ahead.
So this is the right person. The ordinary person is not worried about happiness because it's very easy to be happy. Right? Go for a movie, or you like to do something. He's trying to escape unhappiness, right? That is for him. And like a Maya world will always give you unhappiness. So, like how does an ordinary person remain in this world and be happy?
And be?
To really realize that Maya is not going to give you happiness, always they give you unhappiness. How do you deal with that? Without being a
Why do you think Maya only gives? Why do you think Maya gives you unhappiness only? Then who gives you happiness?
or happy on your own, right? And it's easy to get happiness. Easy to like.
Easy to get? Tell me how will you get happiness by ice cream? That's good. Then you stock ice cream in the refrigerator and keep on consuming ice cream whole day. You'll be happy. Will you be? You keep eating ice cream. Will you be happy? No.
So you get bored of that, but
Ah.
your ordinary person is worried about unhappiness. They're worried about that. Even Arjuna was worried about his unhappiness. So there is happiness.
But when you are worried about unhappiness, why are you worried about unhappiness? Because you want happiness, isn't it? So being worried about unhappiness is the same thing as being worried about happiness. Because unhappiness deprives you of happiness, therefore you do not like unhappiness. Because you like happiness, you want to be happy. Unhappiness deprives you of that privilege of being happy. Therefore you don't like unhappiness. And don't say Maya gives you this and Maya gives you that. No. Maya gives everything. If unhappiness is given to Maya, who gives you happiness? Same Maya. It's up to us. What to get from that, it is everything. Up to us to derive what we want.
Vijay, you want to ask any question? Yeah, Mosh. Okay, Mosh. He's down in US.
Mother is child. Child without a mother will be happy. So he looks to his mother for happiness. And if you put him in social isolation, they go crack up, they go mad. People in solitary confinement. So people need people to be happy. I think only when you don't want anything, then you can be detached. But as a regular person, like a child, they need people around them to be happy.
Maybe. So what? What are you trying to say?
We need people. We need the child needs mother to be happy. He cannot be happy alone. He prefers to be alone.
Are you trying to say that people always make you happy?
No, I think it's a human tendency. We are like animals. Deep down.
But who makes you unhappy? Aren't the people who make you unhappy?
No, I think we make us unhappy, but if we're alone, we get more depressed.
But then, is there a rule that if you are with people, you are happy? There are so many conflicts between people, isn't it so?
Yeah.
Then, people can make you happy or they can make you unhappy, both, isn't it? Or, you can become happy or you can become unhappy with people. Whether they make you or you become, either way. So there is no rule that people alone make you happy or you need people to be happy. There is no rule. Yes.
Anybody else? Yeah, Ramurthy, go ahead.
Guruji, if you are in confinement, if you are alone, and washed, only can then be happy, or can we interact with man is a social animal? Can we interact with people and then remain happy? How?
Whether confinement is...
Should the happiness come only when you are confined or you are in alone or in your own mood, not interacting with people?
There is no rule. Happiness depends upon the state of your mind. Sometimes confinement gives that state, then you're happy. Sometimes company of people gives you that state, then you're happy. Your happiness is the state of your mind. There is no rule as to what will create that state. Sometimes people create that, sometimes you go and get away one piece, sometimes you get away, leave me alone, then you're happy. So there is no rule. That you're happy in company of people, you're happy without people. There is no rule that a person who is alone is unhappy. There are many who want to be alone. They go, they have wooden cabins, they go to forests and they live by themselves. Or sometimes we also go over a day or two. We go to retreats. There are silent retreats, there are many kinds of retreats we go to where you are by yourself because you want to get away from the hubbub of the people. I see in Mumbai one hoarding, it says, get away from the rush of the city, get in the lush of the green, So people from lush want to come to rush, from rush they want to go to lush, you follow? There is no. So people who are alone want to be in company, people in company want to be alone, and therefore there is no rule. Whether you'll be happy when you're alone or happy when you're in company. There is no rule. Depends on your mind.
But state of mind be always steady? Can we make our state of mind always steady when we are with the people?
You can. That's the sadhana. So that is what we are talking about in Vedanta. With right attitudes. If you live your life with attitude of being a contributor, attitude of serving, attitude of offering, then progressively you can get this state of mind. You can be happy with yourself, happy in company of people, we can create that state of mind by right values and attitudes. That is what the Bhagavad Gita teaches. That's what we have to do.
Maya, you had another. Maya had
Yeah,
another.
Yeah.
Maya had one. Yeah, after that I'll take yours. Not.
Confinement thing, because in a jail they make you solitary confinement, punish you. There are people who go mad, when they go. So, if you're a wise person, if you're in a jail confined like that, you will not go mad, right? I mean, you can be happy on your own. It's a big question. So there's no Maya, you're put inside some kind of prison, and it's like, it's punishment to be like. And a lot of people talk to themselves go mad.
Depends on how comfortable you are with yourself. More uncomfortable you are with yourself, more miserable you are when you are left alone. More comfortable you are with yourself, happier you are when left alone. So how you cultivated our mind? And that is the whole idea of yoga, karma yoga. To cultivate a mind when we are happy with ourselves. That does not mean we are unhappy with others. Important is to be happy with ourselves. That is most difficult.
Yeah, Mosh.
Yeah, I have a question about happiness. The thing is, happiness, it is, so the thing is, if you're always happy, I think you should be detached, because happiness means that in California people smoke pot to be happy. They smoke all the time and they're happy, but that's not really happiness, because if you run away from the misery of life, you're actually smoking pot. So you have to be equanimous in both the good and bad. If you don't observe the bad, so I think what I mean is, happiness is not something you pursue. It is just you're detached from it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, you're happy still. Happy means you're not
Certain, not predictable. Do you mean happiness is not predictable?
Yeah.
So, what is the question?
My question is that happiness is why it's so important. Why can't we just be just calm? Because even bad things happen, we shouldn't observe it as anything. Why should we always be looking for happiness?
That is called happiness when you are calm. called happiness. Yeah.
Basically, we're not looking for happiness, we're looking for composure, right? According to what Krishna is saying. It's not happy. Whether you're happy or sad, you just stay calm. That's what we do, I think. I'm not sure.
Compose means you are happy with yourself. Composure means you're free from reactions, from attachment and aversion. Compose means you are enjoying a tranquility of the mind. That is what we call happiness.
So if you see somebody dying, can you still stay composed? Like there are other people there who stay composed. They see something really, sometimes something happens that somebody dying. Are they really composed or they tell themselves that this is Maya? Or to tell themselves?
Ordinary people may not be composed, but it's not impossible to be composed. In fact, that is how the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita begins. Lord Krishna says in the 11th verse of 2nd chapter, Gatasun agatasumscha nanu shochanti panditaha. Gatasun, those who have passed away. Agatasun, those who are alive. Panditaha nanu shochanti. The wise are those who are not grieved for those who passed away or those who have not passed away. Meaning there is no rule that you must be grieving when someone passes away. Depends upon what your state of mind is. If you are identified with the body, identified with the emotion, then yes, you will be much affected. Identified with the intellect, identified with the self. If you identify with self, you are not affected. That doesn't mean you are insensitive. You can see, all right, that you can understand this event for what it is and not magnify it to infinity. So more emotionally attached we are, more magnified the effect of the event becomes, and more we are composed in ourselves, more objective we can be, then we can see that event from all total dimensions. When even somebody passes away, and we get completely overwhelmed by that, we get, devastated by that. You may, that's understandable. But a person who sees the total event, the person has passed away, is it good for that person or not? Maybe it is. You only see the situation from your standpoint, but how about that person's standpoint? Now it is released, maybe it is now continuing its own spiritual journey. Number two, is it necessarily miserable for you? Or in course of time you will be also able to overcome and gain strength. So the situation that obtains in your mind now may not remain forever, that also will come, So that way you can take it in its stride. We grieve because of the loss that we feel personally. There are many dimensions of an event which we do not take into account. We take into account only one dimension as to how it has affected us. But what effect it has in many other ways, we would not be taking that into account. So, more objective you are, more detached you can be, and more you can see things for what they are.
Yes, one thought. Sejal Ben here wants to ask.
One question was asked, Swamiji, like why are we looking for happiness? Is it we have to differentiate between happiness and the sukh vritti, the state of mind happiness? Is this what we need to do
Yeah.
to understand happiness?
Happiness is a state of mind. You want that state of mind. Whether you call it vritti or state of mind, the same thing. Happiness is a state of mind. You are comfortable when that state of mind is the way you want it. The opposite, we are uncomfortable, so we don't want it.
But if happiness is our nature, then why are we looking
Our
for? If happiness is our nature, then why do we need for that vritti?
The 10th man is my nature, and still I am looking for the 10th man. Because I don't know that I am 10th man.
Yeah, Maya, last question. Yeah.
See, actually, the problem with me is I am happy on my own. Only problem is when I deal with the world. When I'm sitting alone in my house, I'm always happy.
You are, say that again.
I don't need anything.
Now say that again. If I am by myself, I am always happy.
When I'm alone, I'm happy.
Nature, is that a rule? Is that a rule? That you are happy when you are alone?
No, I'm happy. I know myself. Generally I'm at peace. But as soon as I step out, if I see a dog in pain, if I see anything in pain, or anything else will disturb me. And I feel because of advice I serve, because everybody is yourself. Their pain is somehow supposed to give you pain, I think. It's not that you can, I don't know. You can wisely think. As a wise person, we can say that this is part of Maya and all that stuff. But it always pains you.
Her name is Maya, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she keeps using the word Maya all the time.
I'll tell you one story about her. You finish the answer. She and another colleague of mine, Jayanti, went to Varanasi, Kashi. Then Maya decided in the night to roam around and find a guru.
Wow. This girl? This girl?
Yeah. So it so happened that after that, we went all of us to Nashik. We actually wanted to go to Shirdi. So that day we went to Triambak also. And then the topic came, and then I said, look, available in Bhagavad Gita. And later in our group, I think chat all happened, and then we started this. Maya also went on a 9-day trip to Rishikesh. She was there doing yoga, and Viditatmananda. Then she and Jayanti took a trip to the Chardham Yatra they did. So that way she has tried a lot of effort in trying to understand.
Very, very good.
In our group, she is the one maximum questions I get. Yeah. So now, Maya, you have to be quiet for a while. Let me see if Vijay and Shobha have any questions. Yeah, Vijay, Shobha. Yeah, Vijay, go ahead.
Swamiji, I have a question. In continuation to what all my friends asked, now we know that we need to be happy within oneself, with oneself. But the trouble is, quite often we get carried away, like how Maya says, if I feel like eating ice cream and ice cream is brought in front of me, I get happy. So every such thing that makes me happy, I keep doing. And these keep changing. My likes and dislikes and my reason for happiness keep changing. So, to reach that ideal state where we get happy with ourselves, within ourselves, we are all inching towards it, but can you give us some tips on how to get there faster?
More free you become from raga dvesha, more free you become from attachment and aversions, less dependent you become for your happiness. And when you essentially become free from raga dvesha, you are free to be happy by yourself. It is raga dvesha that are denying you the happiness that you are. The question was, if happiness is our nature, How come we don't find ourselves happy all the time? It is raga dveshas, attachment aversions that are denying us the happiness of our own nature, and therefore in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna teaches us how to progressively get rid of raga dveshas so that we can discover happiness which is our nature.
But somewhere in the process of discovering myself, my ambition or my career goal takes a little bit of a backseat. In a sense, I am happy myself, so I don't do much pursuit on that level. Is that right?
It doesn't have to be right. You are happy, therefore you may not need to do something for yourself. We observe the world around you, now you have the leisure. When you were a needy person, you did not have the leisure to understand other people's needs. Now that you have become essentially free from need, you have the leisure to see how others have a lot of needs. And maybe I can respond to their needs. So not that you will become inactive. You become, you'll become more active as a contributor, as a giver.
Last question I had is, Swamiji, there are two people going for same thing. Because you can take an example of two students who are just appearing for exam. Both are giving equal amount of effort. One gets through and one doesn't get through. We also, as you said, there is some effort as well as some grace of God. So why is the grace of God to both the people who are put? Why is the grace of God only on one and not on the other? I mean, how do I interpret it if I am the other child?
But why do you give example only on the examination? Look at the cricket match. The two teams equally trying hard and still one wins and another loses. All the events you can see compared in. Only one person can win, rest of them lose. Is it not so? That's how life is. So similarly also, everybody is made differently. If a person who is not able to do well in the exam may be able to do well in something else, who knows? So Ishvara may have given different abilities to different people. And therefore, this person is good at something else, which other person may not be. So we need not take one criterion to measure the worth of a person. There are many dimensions, isn't it? They say that Einstein was a, what do you call it, when he was a young boy, he had dyslexia. He reverse, something like that. And people dismissed him. He was a dropout. Nobody would have imagined, that he can become. So what I'm saying is that there are different dimensions that a person has. In some conventional dimension, he may not measure up. In some other dimension, he may have some other kind of talents. So we need not judge the worth of a person because of examination, etc. Is one criterion, an important criterion, no doubt, but it's not the only criterion in life.
Yeah, Maya, last.
I just wanted to add something to what you did say. Like, see, this is the example of people only looking at status. Like, God is always grateful to everyone. Only there's 0 or 1, or you done better than somebody else who did. Even in this exam, you're doing better than somebody else. But you will be somewhere and say, God is not kind to me. So this is what I'm saying. We're always trying to get out of this game. We're not so much bothered about that. Okay. So we need to pay more.
Any other questions? Shobha? Yeah, Nita. Yeah.
No, I just was thinking of the same question once I think what does not. Is karma involved? I wanted to ask this only. Is it we classify all these things that okay, my karma it could be the result of this whatever outcome. Thank you, Nita.
What is that? My karma is good?
Like, no, what she said was this person wrote, he got more marks. This person also did the effort, he got lesser marks. Is my past karma, like the grace which you have earned, comes out in that fashion?
What does it matter? How is it going to change things? There is karma, no karma, what it is, it is. You have to now think what to do. Don't get entangled in this karma business. Try to find reason for everything. This has happened now, what should we do? That's important. Oh, my karma is like that, my karma is like that, and so you get lost. But then you perhaps don't respond to what you should do. So forget about karma.
Okay, Shobha, you had switched on your mic. Yeah. We can't hear you, Shobha. Mic problem? She has unmuted herself.
She can type if
I can't read here.
We can hear you.
No, I can't. We can't hear her.
I can hear Shubha.
Okay, can you tell our question? Yeah, she'll connect again and then maybe. Okay. Yeah, Ramurthy. Yeah, go ahead.
Deviation which is posting. That both the students are writing an exam. One is winning and one is losing.
Go ahead.
One is winning and one is losing. So Guruji, they have said that in this skill each one has. But despite that, both the students are having the same. Why one is winning and one is losing? Is it the grace?
Because both are different, that's all. The two individuals are different. One is tall, both are all born, but one is tall, one is short, one is fair, one is dark, one is bright, one is dull. That's how the world is. Everybody is different. So rule that applies to one need not apply to everybody. As I said, this fellow may be good in examination, other may be good in sports, third may be good in something else. Everybody has been given something. And therefore, we don't have to judge only based on one criterion of how they do in exam. That's not the whole life. There are many other aspects about the life.
No, I always believe that luck and grace of God plays a very important role in such situation. So is it correct? If that is correct, then how to get the grace of God all the time?
By work hard. Working hard and by prayer. By prayer and by hard work, both. And thirdly, by being content with what you get. You can do what best you can do. Whatever comes is grace of Ishvara. You can determine the karma, not the karma phala. Why exams? Question. All the questions are exams.
Because they are fathers. Yeah, Shobha.
It's not only the examination. Every situation plays the same thing. Every moment is an exam for everybody.
Yeah, Shobha, go ahead.
My question is about the need. When we say that as a person, I am satisfied with whatever life I am living and however I am. But I am a mother, I am a wife, so I have those roles to play.
Generally, the duty of one becomes the right of the other. So right of the husband becomes duty of wife. Right of the child becomes duty of mother. Meaning that as mother, you do the best you can to fulfill the need of the child. As wife, you do the best you can to fulfill the need of the husband within your boundaries, understand? You cannot overstretch yourself. Within your boundaries, do the best that you can do to play your role. But understand that you can never totally satisfy somebody else. Therefore, you can do the best that you can. And you may find that other person is still not totally satisfied. You have to accept it as a reality. You follow?
So can we wind up? Okay, great.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Hari Om.